If you think mastering AI is about being the smartest person in the room, you've already lost. That's an uncomfortable truth. And I know it sounds harsh, but if you actually get this, like really understand what I'm about to say, Saturday's video is going to be dangerous for you. Because once this clicks, you'll stop trying to outsmart AI, and you'll start using it the way it's meant to be used. You'll become the person who uses AI as a tool, not a crutch. And that changes everything. Last video, we talked about where AI anxiety comes from. That feeling of I'm falling behind. Everyone else gets it but me. I need to catch up or I'll be left in the dust. But there was a pattern in that anxiety I didn't mention. A pattern that reveals something deeper about why people struggle. The most educated people, engineers, consultants, academics, people with multiple degrees, they're moving the slowest with AI. And people who aren't traditionally considered smart, the ones who never went to prestigious schools, they're already getting results. They're building businesses, creating content, making money. This isn't a coincidence. This is structural. There's something about the way intelligent people approach AI that actually holds them back. Let me give you a real example that illustrates this perfectly. Imagine two people. Person A, MIT graduate, software engineer, reads AI research papers every single day, understands the technical architecture behind large language models, knows what tokens are, what temperature settings do, how neural networks function. Person B, high school teacher, uses technology but isn't tech savvy, doesn't know how AI works under the hood, just watches YouTube tutorials when they need to learn something new. Now give them both the exact same task. Use AI to build a complete marketing campaign for a new product launch. Here's what happens. Person A sits down and immediately starts overthinking it. They're thinking about prompt engineering frameworks. They're worried about the right way to structure their requests. They're concerned about hallucinations, about accuracy, about whether they're using the optimal approach. They draft a prompt, then they redraft it. Then they research best practices. They read articles about prompt engineering. They watch tutorials. They want to make sure they're doing it correctly before they even start. Result? 3 hours later, they're still in the planning phase. Analysis paralysis has completely frozen them. Now person B. They open ChatGPT. They type, "Help me create a marketing campaign for a new fitness app targeting busy professionals." They hit enter. They see what comes out. It's not perfect, but it's something. So they respond. Make it more focused on time-saving benefits. They try again. Better. Add some headline options. Even better. Now give me social media post ideas. Great. 15 minutes later, they've got a working draft of an entire campaign. It's not flawless, but it's done. And now they can refine it. What was the fundamental difference between these two approaches? Person A wanted to be correct before they started. Person B wanted to be done, knowing they could improve along the way. That's the entire shift we're talking about. The AI era is outcome-driven, not process-driven. It rewards iteration over perfection, action over analysis. Intelligent people are trained their entire lives to go deep, to understand every angle, to master the fundamentals before moving forward. That's how you succeed in traditional education. That's how you build expertise. But with AI, all of that deep knowledge, all that expertise, AI already has it. The model has read millions of documents. It understands the patterns. It knows the principles. Your job now isn't to become the expert who knows everything. Your job is to become the director who knows what they want and can guide the AI toward it through rapid experimentation. You experiment fast. You fail quickly. You adapt constantly. You iterate until you get what you need. This skill, this bias toward action, this comfort with imperfection, this willingness to learn by doing, it's not taught in schools. In fact, it's actively discouraged in most academic and corporate environments where planning and precision are valued above all else. But right now, in this moment, it's the most valuable skill you can have. So let me be clear. This doesn't mean intelligence is useless. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that the role of intelligence has fundamentally changed. In the old game, knowledge equals power. The more you know, the more valuable you are. Expertise equals authority. The deeper your specialization, the more respect you command. IQ equals success. The smarter you are, the better you do. But in the new game, speed equals power. The faster you can iterate and adapt, the more advantage you have. Experimentation equals authority. The more you're willing to try and test, the more you learn. Adaptability equals success. success. The quicker you can pivot based on feedback, the better your outcomes. Here's the reframe that changes everything. Your brain isn't a database anymore. You're not here to store information and retrieve it when needed. AI does that instantly and at massive scale. Your brain is a director. You're here to know what you want, communicate it clearly, and guide the process. AI does the work. You direct it, you shape it, you decide what's good enough and what needs to change. But to be a good director, you don't need to be perfect. Directors don't need to know how to act every role, operate every camera, edit every scene. You just need to be clear about the vision. And you need to be willing to say that's not quite right. Let's try it this way over and over until you get there. And that clarity, that directorial instinct, it only comes from one place. Experience. Not textbooks, not certifications. Experience. Doing the thing, seeing what works, adjusting, doing it again. So now the question becomes, if intelligence isn't enough, if being smart isn't the advantage it used to be, then what is the exact mindset that actually works in the AI era? What are the specific traits that separate people who thrive from people who struggle? Saturday's video starts right there. That's where this conversation continues. I'm going to break down the 3 core traits that every AI era winner has in common, the mindset shifts that make all the difference. And maybe, just maybe, when you watch it, you'll realize you already have these traits, you just haven't recognized them yet. Don't miss it, because this conversation is just getting started. The next video breaks down what actually wins in the AI era. Subscribe if you want the edge, not the fear.